When your setup is an outdoor end table and 2 yoga blocks and you don't want your books to get all wet in case it starts raining. Hello everybody, I just recorded my entire book haul and it wasn't recording and then it started to rain, so this is really fun. And here's all my books, they're under a blanket. This footage is probably terrible, so I'm probably going to move inside. But I'm kind of already set up out here, so I'm not really sure what to do. So this just might be a rainy day book haul with me sitting under an umbrella holding books up awkwardly and hoping that the rain audio isn't too bad. I feel like I'm kind of stuck out here because, like I said, all of my books are under a blanket, but I'm also holding an umbrella, and I don't really want to go inside without having the books under an umbrella, but I only have so many hands. So this is going to be an interesting experiment in how fast I can run, I guess, and shaky camera vlogging style stuff, so we'll see. See you in a minute inside. Alright, so I have moved my yoga block setup indoors. I hope that my brother doesn't mind that I'm talking in the house. So here's that now. Woohoo! Yeah, it was getting cold, and of course as soon as I stopped talking for my book haul, I started to really come down, and then I realized the camera wasn't recording. Fun! Okay, so we're just gonna try this again right here. Alright, so I just went to start recording and my camera died, the batteries were exhausted, so I have new batteries now. So hopefully, take whatever we're on now, 3, hopefully this works out. Alright, so we should finally be good for this video after like take 20 million. Hi everybody! So I kind of dropped off the face of the earth with my YouTube channel because I got really busy and I just didn't feel like keeping it up. It's just getting to the point where I couldn't do videos and do everything else I needed to do. I am going to college next year. Yes, I know, I will be busy at college. I'm hoping that I'll maybe have a little bit more free time in the sense of I can sit down and I can film a video for a couple of hours without having dance or school or work or anything else like that. Because when you're in high school and you do competitive dance, it takes up a lot of your time and you don't really have a lot of time for anything else. I have been to a couple different book sales, and I also grabbed a couple books just that were in storage from my parents, and I had a couple events that I went to that I got books as well, so I want to share all of that with you, so let's get right into it. The first group of books I have for you today, I actually got out of storage from my grandparents' attic at their house. They were my great aunt's and my dad's books that were just sitting up in the attic in storage and they weren't really doing anything, so I took them home because I will always give books a new home. The first two that I grabbed were The Last of the Mohicans by James Fenimore Cooper and A Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, which I actually already own, but I have like a crappy school copy that I got from a used bookstore, and I will probably either sell that book or donate it or something because I don't need 2 copies of this book. Look how tiny it is. I don't need 2 copies of this thing. And this one's probably in better condition anyway. This was actually my dad's old copy. I think this one was too. I've already read Of Mice and Men, and I really loved it. I can link my Goodreads down below. I'm pretty sure I reviewed it. I also watched the movie in English class back in like 10th grade, and the movie's surprisingly accurate. I was pleasantly surprised when I read the book. I don't really know what this one's about, but I know that I think it's a classic. But if you know anything about this book, make sure you let me know in the comments because I would like to read it, and I don't know a whole lot about it. The other 3 that I grabbed are Nancy Drew books, so I have The Hidden Staircase, which I've already read, and I actually already own like a bind-up of the first 2 books in the Nancy Drew series. I used to love these books when I was younger. I would read them all the time. I never got through the whole series though, which I think I just kind of fell off when I got busy. But I've always loved Carolyn Keane's books, and I think that Nancy is such an awesome character. So I have The Hidden Staircase, The Secret of Shadow Ranch, which I've actually already started reading. I'm about third of the way through, and I'm really, really liking it. I've never read this one before, I don't think, and it's really good. I like it a lot. And The Mystery of the 99 Steps, which I'm definitely sure I haven't read before, because it's number 43, and I never got that far. These were actually my great aunt's old books. They actually have, like, her name and a little note in them, which is kind of funny because she used to, like, check them out of, like, her own library. And they're all in really good condition, despite the fact they've been sitting in an attic for forever. So I'm really excited to continue reading Nancy Drew books and kind of relive my childhood a little bit. The next few books that I got from this big used book sale at my local mall called Bookstock, and it's basically just a giant used book sale. People donate books to it throughout the year, I think, and it's like maybe a week long. They have really cheap books. There's a ton of them. There's some that are in really good condition, as you'll see, that I got, so I just really like going to used book sales and picking up more books that I wouldn't necessarily buy at full price. The first three I'll show you are the 3 Shakespeares that I got, which are Troilus and Cressida, Antony and Cleopatra, and then the No Fear Shakespeare version of As You Like It, which is in like fantastic condition and looks like it's maybe been read once. It has no writing in it, which is really nice, because a lot of the Shakespeares, if I can find some in one of these, be right back. So, as you can see, a lot of the Shakespeares that I get, this is Hamlet, just as an example, have writing in them from the people who got them last time and used them for a class or something. These don't, which is really nice. So even though they're kind of beat up, still in really good condition. Oh, this one has one highlight in it, but I think that might be it. There's not much in here from what I can see. So that'll be really good, which means that it'll be a little bit cleaner to read. And since I'm planning on being an arts and humanities major next year, I want to maybe double major in English, I'll probably have to read quite a bit of Shakespeare, and my roommate next year is also really into Shakespeare, so we're probably going to be reading a few of these together in a little book club. $3. $1 each. Fantastic price. The next couple books that I have are J.D. Salinger books. So I have Franny and Zooey and 9 Stories, which I'm pretty sure is short stories. That makes sense. We read I almost said Crime and Punishment. It's not Crime and Punishment. I read that this year. We read Catcher in the Rye back in like 10th grade, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. And I've heard a lot of really great things about J.D. Salinger's writing, and I've seen this one on BookTube. I think I saw it from Ariel Bassett's channel like a really long time ago, and I thought that it was a really cool thing to read. And I also saw this, and it matches, and these are both in relatively good condition. Like, they're not bent or broken, they're just kind of old, but the covers are still really nice, and they're not too dirty, so yeah, and $1 each again, which is fantastic. The next book I have is Sense and Sensibility, and it's a hardcover copy. I've only read one Jane Austen book, but I own 2 before this, which is Persuasion and Pride and Prejudice, and I read Pride and Prejudice for school a couple of years ago for the summer, and I really liked it. So I want to read more Jane Austen. So I got Sense and Sensibility, and it's literally like, it looks brand new. It looks like it's never been read. The only thing in it is like this writing in it, and this book is from '96, so it's kind of a miracle that it's still in like practically perfect condition, and it's like not bent at all. And again, $3. The next one I have is The Elements of Style by William Strunk Jr. and E.B. White. And I've kind of seen this book make rounds on the internet in terms of being a really good book for aspiring writers to read, and I've always really loved writing, and I've never actually read this. I think I read sections of it at one point because it was free on Goodreads or something as like an ebook, but I never read the whole thing, and because I'm a writer, I think it'd be really good to have a resource like this on hand for reference. The last book that I got at Bookstock was A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini, because I read The Kite Runner for school last summer, and I really, really loved it. I thought his writing was fantastic. And this is a really, really nice hardcover copy, and it was normally $25.95, and I got it for $3, so how could you resist that? Next 4 books that I have are because I went to Costco, and I cannot resist myself because their books are really cheap, and you would not think that because Costco is a wholesale store that they sell books, but they do, and they're fantastic prices. So the first 2 that I have are the second 2 of 4, and that's The Mysterious Benedict Society and The Prisoner's Dilemma and Extraordinary Education of Nicholas Benedict. I read the first book of this a few years ago now, because my friends gave it to me for my birthday because I told them I'd never read it before, and they were like, you have to read this book, and they thought it was really good. And I read it, and I thought it was adorable, and I thought it was hilarious, but I need to reread it because I don't remember what happens very much. I got like halfway through the second book because I think my brother gave it to me for like my birthday or Christmas or something, like in the next few months, and I got like halfway through and I really liked it, but I just got busy and I never finished it. So I really want to read this series, and I'm really glad that they actually had these in the hardcover because I think they're a few years old now. Both $11.99, and the original price was $18.99, so pretty good prices for books there. That I actually went to Costco for because it came out that day was Rick Riordan's new book, from the Trials of Apollo series, the Dark Prophecy. I love Rick Riordan's books. I've been reading them since elementary school. I was diagnosed with ADD myself. It's been over a year now. But it's always really inspiring to see these characters in situations and having their struggles framed in the sense that they're a strength. And I think that his writing is hilarious, and he includes minorities and different perspectives so well in his books, and he does a really good job of making sure that nobody feels left out or marginalized or like they're just being used for profit. I mean, I'm not really a minority, obviously, but from what I've heard, I think that a lot of people think that. And it doesn't have the little writing of the emperors like the Barnes & Noble edition does, but it does have this pretty cool poster inside. You would never think that Costco would have exclusive stuff, but they do, and it's adorable. I've gotten quite a few of his books there. They're always really cheap, which is nice, because this was $11.99. And it's normally 20 bucks. The last book I got from Costco is this adorable edition of Matilda by Roald Dahl. I loved this book when I was younger. I was such a voracious reader, and I really connected to her as a character. I loved the movie, but my DVD is scratched, and it makes me so mad because I would love to rewatch that movie. So cute, and it's got blue text, and it's got, got the little illustrations in it, just like the normal book does, and it's just blue and green and adorable. And it's normally $17, and it was $10, and plus part of the profits go to charity, and it's a Huff and Young Readers edition if you want to check this out. It's so cute, and I really love Matilda, and my copy's getting really beat up that I have. It's just like a paperback from a book box that I have of his, and so I'm really glad to have this because that means I can have a really nice copy to bring with me to college next year for some home comfort. And the last book I have, I actually got just last night because I went to Connor Franch's book tour, which was amazing. It was so awesome. I splurged and I got the VIP tickets, which I never do, and my bank account's hurting a little bit right now, but it's all good. It was awesome, and I got to ask him my question when he did the Q&A, so I'll put some footage in that from there because my friend filmed it that I went with. Your favorite project that you've ever worked on?
All I can think of is this book right now, and the trailer. That's all I can. I mean,
That's
the trailer truly was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I mean, it's a moving art installation that's ridiculous. So collaborating with Adventures in Wonderland, who's putting on this tour, was awesome for that. And then the other question was collaborate tour.
Yeah. So like, if there's any people who you've just like worked on videos or projects with in the past that you remember was really fun to work with and really inspirational to work with.
Yeah. I mean, if we go YouTube route, Lily Singh's amazing to work with. She's so professional and so good at what she does. So Lily's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm bad at questions.
It was just so much fun. He's so sweet. He's so nice. Just very respectful, very kind, and it was just a really awesome experience. And I got to meet him too because of the VIP ticket, and so if I get the picture in time, I'll put it in here. And with that, you also get this little journal, and you get a poster. I also bought the t-shirt because I am Connor Trash and I can't resist myself. I think you got it with either ticket, but you also get a signed copy of his book, which I hadn't bought yet, and I've been waiting to buy because I didn't know if I was going to the tour or not, because originally it wasn't on the stop. So I ended up getting his book, which is so pretty. It's such a nice book, and the end pages are gorgeous. And that's not the most important part of the book, but I mean, let's be honest, it's a little important. It's also pretty hilarious because my phone case matches it like perfectly, and I got this phone case 2 years ago, and I just switched this phone case back onto my phone, and the colors match perfectly, so that was a fun coincidence. I'm so excited to read his book. I read his first one, and I loved it. I've been following his videos for a few years now, and he's always just been a very awesome presence on YouTube, and I've always really loved watching his videos and seeing him grow as a person and as a YouTuber and as a creative mind, and I thought his first book was just amazing. So I'm really excited to read this and to see how he's grown more as a person. And there's gorgeous, just flipping through here, there's some gorgeous pictures in here, and I mean, look at that, like it's so pretty. Like, I'm just really excited to have this. Look at that, it's gorgeous, it's amazing. And so I'm really excited to read this and have this and just be able to look at it beautifully on my shelf. Plus, the signature is adorable. Look at that little heart, this little sweetie. That's my book haul for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments about the books that I showed in this video, make sure you leave a comment down below. I would love to know more about them. I haven't read most of these books yet, I think it would just be really fun to discuss what you guys like about them, what you don't like about them, and which ones you think I should read first. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you want to see some of my sporadic content in the future, make sure you subscribe to my channel as well, Bookish Lish. Hold the stack. Oh, it's too tall. I can't sit while doing this, but we're gonna try. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. That's going to be the thumbnail, I'm sure of it. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!